The Audit and Benchmarking section is in charge of planning and managing audit and evaluation activities in accordance with the core process. BAP is also in charge of organizing and monitoring the operation of professional program audits conducted by appropriate professional bodies. It is also responsible for planning and coordinating training needs, as well as providing guidance and help in a range of quality audit tasks and auditor training. What types of classification and filing system developed and implemented? The University Kebangsaan Malaysia employs function and activity system classification. These kind are based on departments within UKM. This is an example of a filing system layout designed and used by University Kebangsaan Malaysia. What is the methodology applied for designing classification system? The methodology used by University Kebangsaan Malaysia is a functional system. UKM is a Malaysian institution of higher learning with many departments such as the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities or FSSK, the Faculty of Economy and Management FEP, the Faculty of Science and Technologies FST, and undergraduate. Each department has a wide range of activities and sub-activities, such as the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities, which oversees social science, and the Faculty of Economy and Management FEP, which oversees economics. The Administration Division is in charge of the UKM institution's administrative division. Filing entails storing documents in a secure location and being able to locate them quickly and easily. Documents that have been well cared for are less likely to tear, become misplaced, or become dirty.
3.4 Challenges in designing a classification system. Number 1. Maintaining the authenticity and trustworthiness of electronic records, which is electronic records like paper records require the same care and handling to protect them from the same alteration or change. Number 2 is traditional record practices, which is, for example, email messages that are records must be identified, scheduled and retained in the same way that other types of record must.
Explain the type of coding system used by UKM. A representation of a categorization scheme in letters and or numbers that adheres to a predetermined set of criteria is a coding system. In University Kebangsaan Malaysia, the coding system that have been using is the block number system because they utilize the code 100 to 800. University Kebangsaan Malaysia employs the block number scheme. For example, 500 takbir urus sumber manusia. The activity is 500-1 sumber manusia. For the sub-activity is jawatan kuasa pengurusan sumber manusia. And last but not least, for the transaction or file is 500-1/1/1 panel pembangunan sumber manusia.
Okay, how is the coding system being set up? UKM coding system are built based on creating file categories, which major categories are divided into small subcategories. For example, finances are divided into saving accounts, checking accounts, student loans, and credit card loans. UKM used the National Archive Malaysia as their guideline to refer to it. Other than that, UKM coding system are based on color coding, which each major category of your work should be assigned in different colors. 7. Are there any guidelines related to filing system for internal users? Good governance is vital for the system. Record management is a critical component. All employees and record managers must have skill and guideline to handle and manage records. The developing function-based file classification is the best method to use. A well-organized file system also allows files to be traced and obtained by the receiving officer in timely and accurate manner. Good filing should be simple to operate and easy to understand by employees.
Okay, now we go to arrangement of files for access and retrieval in UKM. According to our study, we found that UKM was used the serial numbers with pre-printed numbers for all files, and it is the best solution for records that have a number on their file. So UKM also use the digit filing to designate the folders. As we know, numerical system is the most easier system to manage our records compared to other filing system. So in this case, UKM will choose this method because it is easier and more used in filing system. Next is about the access privilege. UKM will use the organization manage both paper and electronic documents. So access to certain record is determined by the record's categories and confidentiality. Every organization, including UKM, has a variety of records including open and confidential information. In this situation, it must be secure and have the appropriate privilege before anybody may know it. It is because its record as a monetary worth that must be safeguarded. Okay, next we go to file storage procedures apply. So in UKM, UKM employs back to front filing storage processor. Each new document is put on top of the previous document, ensuring that the most recent and freshly created or received document is always on top. So the most recent data are put at the top. This strategy will make records coordinator or other personnel easier in retrieving the files to search for the document they require. Lastly is about how the file circulation be managed in UKM. So in UKM was use a file transit sheet and a file request form to handle the file circulation. A file transit sheet is a file that keep track of the existence and movement of file inside the organization. Next, the UKM file request form is the second option. If a file does not have a specific request, it will not leave the office until it is given to an action officer who handles internal correspondence. So lastly, coordinator of record is also a way to see if a file has gone missing after someone has borrowed. By searching the file movement based on the file transit sheet and use it or cut, record coordinator for each department can follow the most recent internal user who borrows the records. Step from
Training related to classification and filing system. UKM invite personnel National Archive Management to give seminars about records administration to its internal users in order to improve their record keeping skills. UKM also send its record coordinators and support for each department to these training sessions to strengthen their abilities in record management.
So this is files for housekeeping, and this is files for functional. In conclusion, filing is essential for storing and preserving office records and papers. It is required for the preservation of records, the provision of reference, the resolution of dispute, the improvement of working efficiency, the development of an image, and so on. If something goes wrong with the filing system, such